It truly does matter. Who picks the medical expert? If you're talking about it from me, and this is a question you asked me, and I'm sitting here like, okay. I had someone ask me this question. I said, well, let's be blunt with it. If it's in a court situation, it's a judge. I need you to understand this because this is where I've had people get frustrated. Like I had one gentleman who said he was so angry because he had rheumatoid arthritis and he had a medical expert there, and this medical expert was like a psychiatrist, and I'm like, I don't even see that happening, but it may happen because this is what I tell people. Keep in mind, a lot of times it's perfect because you've got an orthopedic problem. You're like, I want an orthopedist as my medical expert. And I'm thinking, you do realize that this is not a lucrative field being a medical expert in Social Security proceedings. They're not getting paid big money to do this. And orthopedic is getting paid much more money doing surgery than they will be sitting there testifying in a Social Security hearing. So a lot of times what the judges will do is they will try to identify an expert who hopefully can provide, depending on the circumstances, if it's a psych case, they're going to try to get a psychologist. If it's a physical case, they're going to try to get a general practitioner or internist, or at least someone with a background in that particular specialty. It's hard to get specialists. What people sometimes get upset is, most instances, it's usually either a general practitioner for physical and a psychologist for mental. Most people, for purposes of a medical expert, and like I said, the judge is the one that typically will ask for one. And when you ask who picks, it's usually the judge. A lot of times people get frustrated because they want a specialist to be there. And a lot of times that specialist is not going to be readily available. They're not going to have that accessibility to have one on your behalf. So I know it gets tough, but the reality is, to answer your questions, the judge typically is the one who picks the expert. But also keep this in mind. If you're thinking about having a specialist there, getting a specialist at one of these hearings as a medical expert is very hard.